Alrighty there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another day of Pokemon Run and Bun. Let me get the game music going in the background. There we go. Hello. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to be back again. I know it's been a little bit of a minute since we last were doing this attempt of the Run and Bun, but I don't know. I got very busy, and now I'm significantly less busy, so hopefully it'll be great. Yeah. Last time, just to catch up with what's happened for anybody who's watching this later, because I don't think anybody's quite here yet. We just started. We managed to beat Brawly, which is frankly a huge accomplishment. um, and I'm super happy about that. I'm still surprised about that. It hasn't registered even a little. But I'm super excited to do the game today. I'm sure we'll be able to get a fair bit of the way before we start running into anything too difficult. I know our level cap increased a little bit from last time, as well as we're going to get a whole bunch of encounters now. I know that we got our 110 encounter, but we've got plenty more coming up on the way to Petalburg, or through Petalburg Woods and then onwards. So yeah. I don't think that there's anything else right away. Not sure exactly when the next time I'll be able to stream is. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure about that. But we'll see. Yeah. With that, though, I think that we're good to hop right into it. Let's get going. Oh, and this time, as soon as we start, I'm going to actually click play on the timer, and it's actually going to work this time. I made sure. I know last time our timer was completely bugged out, but the timer now has the correct time on it for when we start. Alright, without further ado. There we go. All the things are set up correctly now, hopefully. Yeah, so let's just take stock real quick of where we were at. We've got oh my gosh, I forgot about Rizd. Rizd, Tank, Broccoli, Mitz, and Eugene on the team. We've got a pretty healthy looking box, if I remember. Yeah, we had a few deaths so far. We had lost Horseshoe, Ace, and Hawks. The double flying type losses are gonna hurt going forwards, but we did make it through the fighting type gym, so we're at least good for a little bit. At least for like the major fights. That being said, our box is looking, I'll say, decent but not great. Flaffy, we've got good coverage. Maybe a little heavy on the water types, obviously, and so water types at that. But I think between Forks the Kadabra, Lambert the Flaffy, and Amora with a honestly good rock ice typing offensively, if not defensively. It's kind of awful defensively, but it works fine. And Choodle is not good, but it's not in the encounter pool anymore. That's the best thing I can say to Puppy. So yeah, I think right away we're just gonna hop straight over to to the calculator. Which I'm hoping this will be pretty easy. We've got a next fight coming up. I think we've got 2 fights in Petalburg Woods coming up, I believe. Yeah. We're gonna have Bugcatcher Lyle and then Bug Maniac James. As I believe that those should be our only 2 encounters on actually in... Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Okay, I see ya. Good luck. Good to see you. Good luck on the finals. I totally get that. I had that earlier in the day, but good luck on whatever final it is. I'm sure you'll do fantastic. I'll be streaming for a while tonight, so I'll catch you later. But for real, good luck on that. I know, it's a stressful time of year. It's okay, you'll be great. I believe in you. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be great. Luckily at the beginning of this, you're not going to miss much. It's going to be a lot of boring planning against what are frankly going to be pretty easy trainers. So, you know, if you had to take a time not to see a bit of this, it'll be this point. That being said, I don't know, hopefully you're able to drop by later. But again, good luck. Pretty easy. Yeah, this is pretty easy ROM hack, don't worry about it. It's gonna be great. Just, what do we got? Larvesta, Vibrava, Shedinja, Rabambi. Better not see any death when I get back. No. We've only got 3 deaths, so if you come back and there are more deaths, well, that'll be unfortunate. But it definitely won't happen, for sure. Positive. It'll be great. Alright. I think... Yeah, because Rich Boy Winston's not... I'm gonna double check to make sure that these are the only 2 trainers we've actually got to fight on this, stretch of... Yeah, Petalburg Woods has only got 2 fights in it. Hi, Mixie! Good to see ya. Hope you're doing alright. Hello! Hello. Yeah, you've come in. Good time. Right now, we're just getting started going through the next couple of encounters. We get a lot of encounters and a lot of fights coming up now that we've beat the first gym, and the game kind of opens up a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next. I think our next encounter is going to be in Petalburg Woods. Right now, we're looking through and seeing how we can beat the next 2 Petalburg Woods encounters. Doing fine, getting ready for a movie night with friends in VR chat. Ooh, that sounds fun. Fun for sure. How you been? I've been good, thanks for asking. Busy, very busy. But, you know, obviously I haven't been able to stream, but hopefully I'll be able to a little bit in the next few days. I've got a lot of finals and things, but once that's over, I'll be back home, and then I have no idea what the streaming will be like, because I'll be totally honest, the internet back home is not great. But we'll see about that. Yeah. Without that, though, I'm gonna get right into... Yeah. Right into calculating. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. Alright, so next up, we've got this Ariados to deal with. Let's put on the color coding. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Random wall with friends. Find funny bunny on screen. Ooh. Gotta go now, have fun. Sounds good. See you a little bit later, and hope you do fantastic on the test. Bye, see ya. Friends, find funny on stream. Random clip. There we go. I did see that you had a lot of new clips on TikTok. I got to see earlier. Looked fun. Saw Oblivion especially. Oblivion's such a funny game. I never was super into the Skyrim games, but I do think that they're very cool. Alright, what are we looking at for this Ninja Ask? At level 4. 20, what's our level cap now? Absolutely. Oh yeah, this was for a Nuzlocke. I just recently got Pokemon Shield, which I decided to do an off-stream Nuzlocke because I don't have a capture card. It wasn't a proper Nuzlocke. I did win, but I did also cheat just a little bit because I mostly just wanted to play the game. So it still doesn't count against never having won a Nuzlocke. I'm making sure that if we're going to win a Nuzlocke, it'll be on stream. So let's switch over real quick. This one is our current run button Nuzlocke. Alright. So if I remember correctly, level cap is 25, yes. Alright, good to know for calculating. It's gonna be great. Alright, first we've got an Ariados with scope lens. Sniper. Oh, I remember this thing. Alright, this thing sucks. Because, let me just double check. Sniper Pokemon. Yeah, Sniper. Critical, do 3. Will now do 2.25x damage. Yeah. So, Sniper just makes crits hit harder. And Scope Lens makes crits more likely. So this thing is terrifying. Because it can just do, like, double and a half and a quarter extra damage. Which is terrifying. I think the way I said that was technically incorrect, but it does 2.25x damage. That's correct. Alright. This looks genuinely awful. How do we deal with it? Okay, luckily it looks like Gligar's gonna deal with it just fine. Aerial Ace, always 2 shots and takes almost no damage. How about up next? Aerial Ace might 1-shot and doesn't get hit hardly, and this Ninjask gets outsped. It doesn't get outsped, but it does 1-shot. So, how much damage can this thing do? 35 crit is 1.5, which is, let's say let's just go worst case scenario, can Gligar kill the bugs all by himself? Let's see. Sorry, I should use the proper name, Rizd. Can Rizd solo this fight? Let's see, Night Slash, crit, so let's just say everything's doing full crits. So 40, we are outspeeding. So we'll take 40, and then we will take outspeeding here, somewhere between, we'll say, again, worst case scenario, so 1.5x damage, 40, 60, we're going to say 65. Just assuming that the first crit is high roll and the super crit. Yep. And what are they? Scope Lens, Lumberry, and then White Herb. This thing's got a speed boost too, but it's not going to need it. So we could have taken 65% damage on worst case scenario. In that worst case scenario, we'll have to switch Gligar out. If it isn't that worst case scenario, then we're fine. It's going to use dual Wing Beat, which should be totally fine, into Amora, and then Amora can tank a Wing Beat into Leech Life. Is that true? Alright, if we're double crit, actually just a single crit from Leech Life here, I think, kills us if we've got the Amora out. Let's see. 25, an extra 27, 8, we'll say, percent damage. That'll be 70, 82, and if we're taking a dual Wing Beats, yeah, a crit, Leech Life, max roll, as long as we got a high roll on the Wing Beats, will kill us, and we're not going to be able to outspeed. Alright, can anything else take Ninjask out? What is it, Bug Flying? How does Flaffy do at level 25? Flaffy can one-shot at level 25, but has the same dual Wing Beat, but also can't take a dual Wing Beat Leech Life. Alright, so I think we just keep it with Amora, and instead give Amora an Oranberry. Right? If we have an extra 10 health, how much is this actually, dual Wing Beat actually doing? Let's see. Dual Wing Beat is doing, we'll say 22 damage. So we 22, we're back up. So we take 22, that's down to, what is that, 54, and then up, so 54, and then how much is Leech Life doing? 42, and then crit, yeah, no, dual Wing Beats, the Oranberry isn't going to help us here. Because we're never going to get below half, we'll just have a chance to take a ton of damage from the Leech Life crit. Right, can any... No... What tanks? And again, this is always a chance that... Okay, so this is only worst case scenario that dual Wing Beats crit, and the dual Wing Beats will kill. Again, we could also at this point have Gligar out in one shot. Gosh, I wish that we were faster. But we're not. So, no use crying over spilled milk. Should also move character to the trash. lost that last time. Or that was just a Seadra at that point, but either way. Either way. Okay, I think just Gligar Amora should sweep this fight. Do we have any backups? Anything that can tank a Leech Life particularly well? Hitmonchan can't. Clauncher doesn't look like we do very well. Yeah, Dual Wing Beats does way too much damage. But let's actually say we're 25. Right? Should be checking the 25s. Dual Wing Beats plus Leech Life and Giga Drain are still doing too much damage here. Skrelp. What are we taking? Still way too much from Dual Wing Beats. Choodle. Same thing. What do we got at 25? Nope, still can't be crit, which is nice. Herm. I think that we've just got to really hope not for a crit here, because I don't see another way out of this. We can also try and get our encounter first, but I'm not sure if we're able to get our encounter first. I haven't gone through this part of the game yet. This is all first time. So let's make sure that our Pokemon are in the correct order and on the team. We need to grab Amora out the box. Nobody else can really do well here. Except for Flappy. We'll put Flappy on the team. And Krabby just isn't doing well here, right? Yeah, oh my gosh, we take 1,000,000 damage from Giga Drain. Yeah, Krabby isn't useful. Except maybe as a weird switch. I'm actually gonna say Skrelp is less useful. No, it's Grottle. Grottle is just 100% not useful. Alright. Now what? Now we put Flappy on. Alright, let's move the stuff around. I should double check that I don't have any items on anybody weird. Nope. Yeah, we don't have a lot of held items yet, but that's okay. Alright, let's get our team in order. Riz should be out front. Ooh. Actually, is there a chance that this is a double battle? No, because this has got 4 Pokemon. So this can't be a double battle, even if we screw it up. Again, we've lost... Like, in this run, we almost lost our last run to not realizing that there was a surprise double battle. So... Oh wait, Krabby's actually 21. I should update this in a minute. Alright, I'll update that in a minute. Let's level everybody up. At least, we're gonna try and... Ooh, we still got a rare candy that we didn't have to use. That's great. We're fine there. Seismic Toss. We don't need anything like that yet. But we should remember we have it. But let's just level up who we need leveled up. Alright, Endless Candy. We need Rizzed and Littlefoot to level 25. Bug Bite. Okay. That can be useful. What don't we want? Struggle Bug. Lowers the foe's... User attacks the foe, lowers special attack. Eats the foe's held berry, gaining its effect. Oh, that's way better. And we're a physical attacker, so yeah. Struggle Bug is just not as good here. That's huge. Bug Bite could actually be huge going forwards. Being able to eat your opponent's berry is genuinely very good. It gets rid of the berry and you get its effect for free. Alright. Wants to learn Night Slash. Ooh. Alright. We already have Aerial Ace. I think Feint Attack is just yeah, Night Slash is just better. There we go. Huge. Now we get Littlefoot. What moves is Littlefoot gonna learn? Wants to learn the move Aurora Beam? Absolutely. That's actually gonna be a huge, hugely beneficial, I believe. We'll double check that in just a second. I should actually bring up what the Learn Set and Evolutions are, just real quick for Amora. Evolves at level 34, so we're a ways off from that. So yeah, we're just gonna learn Aurora Beam here. Yes. Yes. What do we want to get rid of? Icy Wind is really good. Stomp is really good. Ooh. Alright, how is our... I have to remember, what is going to be better here? So Amora's a special attacker, but it's got a perfect attack IV and a terrible special attack IV. Like, literally best and worst that you could possibly hope for. So they're actually equal right now. So Aurora Beam isn't better. Stomp may flinch, which is very good, but Amora's very slow. So I don't think that that's going to be very useful. Whereas Aurora Beam... Okay, here's the other thing. What does Amora's evolution... What is it? Aurora's... Gosh, can't speak right now. Aurora's stats. Let's look up that, because if it's enough better... Okay, how do I spell Aurora's? Aurora... Aurora's. There we go, got it. Eventually. Alright, what's the stat line look like on this thing? 7799. That is a weird stat line. 521 base stat total? That is a weird stat line. Okay though. So, we're 22 points better eventually. Whereas right now, we're like 8. So I think eventually Aurora Beam will be better than Stomp. It just isn't right now. And I think having speed... Yeah, that's better. There's also the chance if we ever can, like, perfect an IV on something, which I think you can do in this game with hard scales, this will eventually be better anyways, so. Alright, I like that. Aurora Beam, perfect. 25, and I think we're going to get Lambert up as well, just to have a little bit of extra. Ooh, do we want Confuse Ray? I feel like no. Between Headbutt, Thunder Punch, Shockwave, T-Wave, Confuse Ray is just bad. Yeah, no, Confuse Ray is bad. Alright, do we want to level up anybody else? Because there's always the chance, like, now we're getting to the point where having lower-leveled Pokemon can be useful in specific fights to bait out certain moves, so it does come up into question of whether we want to actually level everybody up, then we run the risk if something goes wrong, then we're super underprepared. Alright, though. Let's heal everybody up, save real quick, and I think, at least for this fight, we should be totally fine to head out, but... There we go. Alright. When does Skrelp evolve? I feel like it's a late evolution, isn't it? Yeah, 38, dang. It might be good eventually, but it's unlikely to be good anytime soon. And then Flaffy evolves at level 30, so we're still a ways from all of that. Alright. I think we're good. Looks like the Kelks. Okay, I was looking through this. Level 25. Aerial Ace, Aerial Ace. Always kill. Hopefully we don't get crit. If we do, it's not the end of the world. Is there anything else that I'm missing here? Shadow Sneak, is that the flinch one? Or is that, like, the disappearing one? Plus priorities or is used... Okay, no, Shadow Sneak just has increased priorities, just quick attack for ghosts. Alright, what else? Night Slash crit, Pin Missile crit. Pin Missile could do a lot more damage, but it shouldn't go for it. Cross Poison... Yeah, no, it should go for Night Slash, which it will probably crit. Again, we're going to be taking probably one hit from everybody, with a possibility of killing the Kricketune in one. Rock Smash. It's probably not going to go for Rock Smash here, but if it does, no, it's probably going to go for Aerial Ace. And then it goes into the Ninjask. It'd be great if the Ninjask comes out earlier, though, actually. Getting an Aerial Ace into the Ninjask without taking a hit from Kricketune basically guarantees this fight for us. So yeah, I think we're good here. Let's go for it. Let's just say, though, that the Ninjask comes out first. What do we have to deal with the Kricketune? What is this? Bug None? How does a level 25 Flaffy deal with it? Not well. How does Hitmonchan deal with it? Fake Out, Comet Punch, Mach Punch? Fake Out, Comet Punch, Comet Punch? What are we looking like? We've got Aerial Ace on this thing. For coverage. No, it looks like Aerial Ace Aqua Jet from Krabby is pretty good, so we'll level up Krabby all the way then. As a good switch encounter to Kricketune, because slow Aerial Ace, fast Aqua Jet. Yeah, we should always win that. Right, let's just have to switch into... What's it gonna be going for against Gligar? So we'll have to switch into Aerial Ace, which is fine. We can never be crit, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, we can always take 2 as long as we take an Aerial Ace on the switch in. So yeah, so we just have to level up Eugene. Perfect. Let's learn Brick Break. That could actually be useful. What do we want? Is Metal Claw good? Metal Claw is... Steel type is not very good offensively. And we don't have Stab. I think Brick Break is just much better. Yeah, I think Brick Break, being able to go through all of the, like, Reflect and... What's the other one? Light Screen, Aurora Veil... whatever else other ones come up. I think that's just very good. And Metal Claw having the chance to raise, because we can't rely on it, I don't think it's as good. Again, we want reliable things that we can use throughout the course of the run, not chance things. If we're relying on luck to win our fights, there's 500 fights. Eventually, we're going to lose one of them. Alright, and then we've got Rock Lee and Mitz lower leveled in case we want to bait something for switches. Alright. And actually, I'm going to switch out Skrelp for Choodle, because if we're going to lose something and we need a clean switch, I want to lose Choodle. No offense to Puppy here, but you suck, Puppy. Sorry. Alright. Now we can head out for real. Also, after all that planning, there is a chance that we one-shot everything with Gligar. But rather prepare for the worst-case scenario. Alright, off we are. Let's bring this up to the mainstream. There we go. Perfect. should be good now. Alright, we forgot to talk to this old lady earlier. That we didn't have these berries. We didn't have chesto berries. It was very sad. But we do now. We're all good. Being said, let's go in here. And there is a chance, I have no idea where in Petalburg Woods the encounter is, so there's a chance that we have the encounter as soon as we walk in here. Okay, we don't, but it's probably... Okay, so it's probably just a ways to the right. Yeah. Alright, let's go... I feel like this is not Petalburg Woods. Am I confused? Maybe I am. Actually, no, I'm just thinking of Fire Red. This is not... I'm thinking of the other... What are the woods? I don't remember the name of that area, but the very first woods in Fire Red. I know that map like the back of my hand more than probably any other area in any of the Pokemon games. What was I doing? Oh yeah. We're just going to turn on the repellent, because I think we're not going to need our encounter here right away. Hi. Drive a bug repellent. I've been teaching how to inflict bug bites. Okay, so this guy just teaches bug bites. That's cool. Well, this is Route 104. I'm not doing this right now, just in case that's a problem. Alright, so it's this way. Alright, here's our encounter. And I think, without further ado, let's get right into it. Have fun. I'm off to VR chat for movie night. Bye, cutie. Thank you. Have fun with VR chat. I'm sure the movie will be fantastic. Anyways, on to the battle. Let's go. Alright. Got your Lyle. We've got Ariados out front. That's what we expect. We should two-shot with Aerial Ace every time. We're really... If we don't get crit here in this opening, we probably win the fight with actually zero problems. Or if we crit, that's even better. Genuinely, there was... We have no, like, increased crit chance. That was just genuinely fantastic. I don't think we can lose the fight anymore. I think if we just click Aerial Ace 4 times in a row, we win. Yep, dual wing beat. Okay, no crits. We're still fine. Aerial Ace one-shots Ninjask. That's what we expected. White Herb restored its status. That's not something it had to worry about. That looked like a glitch for some reason. It went off when it died. Not sure about that, but it's probably fine. Shouldn't do anything weird. Now we've got Kricketune. Kricketune shouldn't be a problem at all for Gligar. There's even a chance that we one-shot without a crit here, and we shouldn't take hardly any damage. Okay, so the more common roll, but now we just get another Aerial Ace and we win. Alright, all the planning for nothing, but rather be too prepared than underprepared. Alright, now let's head back, heal up. I think we are going to get our encounter before moving on to do the second fight. Let's heal up real quick, though, first. Alright. So let's take a look at what we want to do with our Petalburg Wood encounters. I'll bring that up real quick. Now that we've got this fight out of the way, I'll put that on so that we can just see what we can do against that. In a second here, I'm going to put in, after we catch our Pokemon, I'm going to put in all of the Pokemon that we have's correct stats. Everything's a little bit off because we've leveled up now, so I'll have to input that in just a second. But for now, I think we're going to be good. Going through what Pokemon we can get next. Let's bring this up. Hopefully it takes a second to load all the Pokemon locations. Does it come up on stream correctly? Yes. Alright. So, up next, our encounters are over here. We've already got... Yep, all of this. Everything back here we've already done. So now we've just got this. From Petalburg Woods, what do our encounters look like? Doesn't look like it's going to be worth it to try and hold it off. Carnivine looks like the most common encounter. Not stoked about that. Next is Shroomish. Also not stoked about that. With, what is that, 30, 40, 50% chance of a bad Pokemon here. That's unfortunate. Deerling, it's probably not that great. Weepinbell could be good. Paris could be... It's not... Honestly, nothing here I'm looking at looks particularly awesome. Chikorita would be nice, honestly. That's just the stat line on Chikorita alone. I know it's a terrible... Like, mono grass is not that great, especially because we've already got our grass starter, but having a second grass starter, that would genuinely be awesome. Honestly, yeah, this route looks real bad. Is there any reason to hold off on it? Can we, like, try and get a not terrible encounter somehow? The answer looks like it's gonna be a no. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can get anything better by holding off. At least not for any reasonable amount of time. Alright, so we'll get our encounter. It's probably just not going to be that great. That's fine. Who do we want out front to be dealing with this? Who can take grass attacks the best? Probably Grotle. Especially with shell armor. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna drop off Hitmonchan for now. Grab Grotle out of here. We're gonna level up Grotle too. I don't want an underleveled Pokemon out front, ever. Okay. And I think we're still early enough in the run that this isn't gonna end up mattering. Mega Drain, there we go. That's a good move, finally. Yeah, even if we're not a special attacker, that's still pretty good. Do we still have Absorb? Yeah, we still have Absorb, so that's an easy switch out for a better move. That way we leave Razor Leaf, Sand Tomb, and Bite alone. Perfect. Alrighty there. Let's go get our encounter. How are we doing on Pokeballs? Not good. Glad I checked that. Buy some Pokeballs. Can we get Great Balls yet? Probably not. We're only one gym in, right? Yeah. There we go. Throwing a Premier Ball, perfect. I should probably be buying these like 5 at a time or something like that to maximize maximize our ability to get Premier Balls, shouldn't I? I can't imagine that ends up being the difference between a successful run and a failed run, though. If it is, like, you know what, so be it. Alright, should still have Repellent on. We'll drop that as soon as we get in here, and we'll get our encounter. I didn't need to go all the way around. There we go. Repellent is deactivated. Let's go. Something good. What do we got? Shroomish. Breloom's pretty cool. There we go. Fast Spore. Fast Spore isn't bad. I can't complain about Fast Spore, in all truth. Wholeheartedly and genuinely. It's not good, though. It's not great. But I'm not going to complain. Alright, Shroomish. Let's make sure, do we kill this thing? Level, what is it, 14? What does a crit look like from Bite? What does a crit look like from Razor Leaf? Razor Leaf should never kill. What if we're min HP, min attack, defense? 0-0. You know what? Let's just go absorb Mega Drain. Let's make sure that. Alright, Mega Drain. Mega Drain looks perfect here. And it will give us an idea of just how much damage we're doing to this. A little under 50? Oh, that doesn't look good. Worried about that. I guess it could have decent special defense, but... Alright. So if it did that much, crit's gonna kill, so we're just gonna throw Pokeballs at it for a minute. Easy. Easy capture. Nickname to the Shroomish. Ooh, what are we gonna call you? I feel like I don't see anybody in chat ever. I'll always say this: if anybody in chat ever wants to be named after a Pokemon, all you got to do is ask. First come, first serve. Can't be named after every Pokemon, but if you ever want one to be named after, that's always an option. Barring that, though, I have to come up with a funny name now. Well, I feel like Luigi's a good name. For totally normal reasons. I'm sure that'll be fine. Alright, with that, let me just double check. When exactly does Breloom evolve? Or Shroomish? Level 23, so we can have a Breloom immediately, which is cool. Do we want Breloom immediately? We get... Yeah, we probably do. Because we could wait till 26 to get Giga Drain, but then we miss out on level 23 Mach Punch, and that sounds way better. So, I think... When do we learn Spore? That's gotta be like a late one, right? Ooh, okay, so we have to re-teach Breloom Spore. That's mean. That's a heart scale, isn't it? Alright. Well, that's fine. Good to know, at least. Alright, well, there's our encounter here before our next... Let's go get everybody healed up. Probably not going to use Shroomish for this upcoming fight, just because more bug types. Shroomish is not going to be good here. So we're not going to be worried about that. Heal everybody up, and let's start calculating this fight. Alright. Ariados. Next up was Bug Maniac James. What do we got here? Starting out with a Larvesta. Scary. Bugfire. So, honestly, again, we might have another fantastic run from Gligar. We've got Shedinja with Wonder Guard, Bright Powder. That's scary. But again, everything... Oh my gosh. We do 4,400 to 5,400% damage to this Shedinja. I know that it only gets 1 HP, but that's so funny. Oh, that's great. That's genuinely fantastic. Okay. Yeah, we just need a super effective... We can only be hit by super effective moves, so we just gotta be careful to do that. Alright, though. How do we fare against this whole mess? Up front, we outspeed Larvesta here. Although we've got a lot of good water types, we might want to make use of that here. One sec. There we go. Skitter Smack. I've not heard of that move. What's that do? 70 base power, 90 accuracy. I imagine they upped that to 100 accuracy. Most of those things they did, and lowers the target's speed, special attack by 1 stage. So this is just a very good move on a bad Pokemon. Alright, we gotta make sure that we know this thing has Roost. How's Krabby doing here? 25. 2 Aqua Jets kill. That's good to know. And Aqua Jet will always outspeed. Also got Aerial Ace. Does that do more? Maybe not, because we've got Stab. Yeah, I can't imagine Aerial Ace is doing more. It is doing more, but not enough. No, it isn't doing more. It just has a lower bottom. a lesser range. No, but Aqua Jet, this would really only suck if we have Flame Body proc. Otherwise we can double Aqua Jet the Larvesta. What else do we have? We've got Ground Dragon. Once again, a little scary. We can switch into a Stomping Tantrum with Gligar, who just avoids it because of, you know, ground typing. And then Aerial Ace. So that might be the ticket here. Right. Is it going to use Stomping Tantrum? It should never see, like, the Overlife here with Breaking Swipes. You'll almost never see that. Alright. And how does... What's the... I need to bring up the AI move selection real quick. When's it going to use Stomping Tantrum? No, so just treat it like a normal damaging move. That's good to know. And Stomping Tantrum, just to make sure I'm thinking of the right one. That is if on the user's last move missed, failed to affect each of its target, was prevented. Its power is doubled from 75 to 150. If the user is recharging. Oh, this is if something goes wrong, you use this and it's better. And its power is doubled. But while that is super scary, doubled power does nothing to 0 damage. 2 times 0 is still 0. So Gligar perfectly walls this Vibrava and can easily switch into it, which is nice. And then we can just Aerial Ace a couple of times, taking it out in two hits. That's good. So Gligar is pretty great here. We don't have Struggle Bug. We've got, what was it, Bug Bite? Yeah. Alright. Next up, Shedinja. We super kill and outspeed with Shedinja, so it probably won't be that. Ribombee. Aerial Ace has a chance to kill, otherwise we're Draining Kiss. No, I think once Gligar comes in on the Vibrava, I think we're good. Just make sure that it is Vibrava coming in here. What's going to come in against the Krabby? Coming in against the Krabby will definitely be this Ribombee. So after we kill the Vibrava, it'll be Ribombee. Ribombee is just Bug Fairy. How are we going to deal with Fairy? Do we have good poison moves on Skrelp? Skrelp, how do you do here? Pretty well. 2 Poison Tails, knock it out. We're never in risk of dying. We don't outspeed, but that's fine. Yeah, 2 Poison Tails should super kill here. Alright. So, I'm just gonna start writing the plan down. We lead Krabby, 2-shot, Aqua Jet, what was it, Larvesta, Ribombee comes out, into Magical Leaf. How well do we take a Magical Leaf? Pretty well. Taking about 25 every time, and we 2-shot with Poison Tail, so we take 1, we'll take 2, we'll end up taking 3. So that's gonna start being a range. Does Clauncher take this better? No. We're looking for poison, not the water typing here. we have anything else that can deal with like fairy types? We don't have steel. We just got rid of our steel type move on Krabby, which sucks. But I think we'll be fine nevertheless. Signal Beam's gonna do way too much damage here. We take way too much damage from Signal Beam. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think Skrelp is our best bet here. So Skrelp. Spin. And then Skrelp. 2 shots with Poison Tail. Or whatever it's called. What comes into Skrelp at 25 HP? Percent HP. We see Shedinja comes in and sees a fast kill. Vibrava comes in and sees a fast kill. Either way, we're good here. Genuinely, because either way, yeah, we're just fantastic here no matter what. Because then Gligar can come in and deal with the next two. No matter what comes in, Gligar counters. Cool. Do we need a secondary counter for Vibrava? Probably. What do we want that to be? Ground Dragon. Do we have any Ice-type moves anywhere? I guess probably on Amora. Does Amora still get one shot? Maybe. Do we outspeed? No. We do genuinely have an Ice Fang on Choodle, which might be able to... I'm just trying to make sure that we'll be fine at this point. We can tank a Stomping Tantrum really well. Honestly, like, Clauncher is fine. Flaffy doesn't take it very well. Honestly, Groddle might be a fine counter here. Yeah, because we two-shot with Razor Leaf and we don't get... So yeah, we'll bring Groddle along as well. As backup, in case Gligar takes like a few crits that I wasn't counting on or something. So what do we have? We've got Eugene out front. Into... Who did we have? Skrelp? We need to grab Skrelp. And I don't think Flaffy's going to be useful here. So who wasn't useful? Flaffy, you're not useful. Choodle's good for sacrifice fodder. And literally we don't need anybody else, but... having Fake Out on Hitmonchan is actually pretty good. So we'll get Hitmonchan and Mitts on the team, level up both of them, and then we're good. Perfect, perfect. Oop, didn't mean to level up. Puppy stays on level. Everybody else gets some levels. Haze? Ooh, Haze might be good. That's... eliminating all stat changes is pretty good. Skrelp has higher attack, because although its attack and special attack would be equal, the IVs made it so that we're an attacking Skrelp. That being said, what is Dragalge's... Dragalge, what's the stat spread look like on that? Attack and special attack? We are going to be a special attacker eventually, but I don't think Acid's going to be the move that makes or break. I don't think Acid is good here. Poison Tail just seems better, yeah. So Haze, just in case we ever need it, is better than Acid, because we've already got Poison Tail. Cool. Now we immediately get Acid Spray. Does that immediately... Sharply reduces Def. Sharply reduces is pretty good. But I think we're still doing... Oh, that's tougher. Do you want to take a Feint Attack off of Skrelp? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. We need to keep a water move on Skrelp. Sharply reducing Svedaf is so good. If it ever goes off. But not eventually, and I think Poison Tail will be better eventually. And I think Feint Attack gives us better coverage. Yeah. Alright. Rockley, what are you gonna learn? You've got a bunch of bad moves still, so whatever you learn's good. I actually don't know if you learn anything. I guess not. Alright. Looks like our team's good. Let's get healed up and let's get back in there and do our next fight. Alrighty. I'm sure this will go fantastic. Yeah. Going back to Petalburg Woods, doing the second bug catcher. We should... Again, this should be easy. Let's put it front and center. There we go. There we go. And let's turn back on Repellent. Alright, where... I feel like it's not you. Bug battles? Yeah, sure. Here we go. So here's our fight. We're just about ready. I'd say let's go for it. We've got the right Pokemon up. We've got Krabby out front. Yep. Alright, let's do this thing. We've got this. Maniac James. Harvesta and Yuji. We should Aqua Jet, win. There we go, no Flame Body. Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. I don't think we kill now, but we should still do enough damage that whatever damage we take here is fine. And it goes for Roost instead. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's very good. Sec. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I think we just have to keep Aqua Jetting here. At least once more. Skitter Smack, that's fine. We don't take too much damage, and Special Attack goes down. We're hurt by Burn. Alright, so now I think we're actually in a perfect... Because it sees that we're dead to Skitter Smack plus Burn, it's not going to go for Roost, so we can switch out here. What do we switch out into? What was our plan? We need Skrelp out next. Alright. So we need something that can come in, do 50% damage, and then bring Ribombee out. Let's see. What are our options? If we come out here, we take another Skitter Smack, and then what? Water Pulse. Water Pulse should do just fine, but we're slower. So we want to outspeed and do 50% damage here. Looks like Gligar is our best option. If Gligar is out, then I think it's probably still Ribombee out next. Because the other ones all get super killed by a Gligar. So yeah, I think we're fine here. We just have to bring Rizd out early. Tank a Skitter Smack. Start doing Aerial Ace. They went for Roost. I didn't expect that. That's fine though, because we Aerial Ace, and we outspeed. We just really need to not get Will-O-Wisped here. Flame Charge sucks just as much as Will-O-Wisp does, because with the speed increase, it's faster. Can we kill this thing with a quick attack? Alright. The answer is maybe. Which sucks. Does +1 speed make it faster? Super does. Alright, so it's faster. So we need... We need a fast kill here. Do I think it's gonna go for Roost? I think it's gonna go for Roost here, so I think we just Aerial Ace. How are we still faster? I was looking at the wrong Pokemon. We were not slower. Alright, well that made that easy. Alright. Now what comes out? Should be the Ribombee, right? Yeah. Now Ribombee's out. Ribombee's actually not a great matchup for Gligar, but not awful. Okay, now's the question, do we stay out? What can outspeed and one-shot Shedinja? Just Gligar and Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan can't actually deal damage to it though, so that's bad. Skrelp can't outspeed, but can do damage. Doesn't take that much. So Skrelp coming out here might against the Shedinja might not be bad. Alright. One sec, I have to sneeze. It's okay, never mind, I'm good. Okay, where was I? Right. So we've got this Ribombee. We can do, at 25, somewhere between 87 and 106% damage. We're not going to outspeed. Aerial Ace, Quick Attack always kills here. So we're going to take a Draining Kiss. And it's going to go first, which is actually preferable for us. So we're going to take, let's say, 25 damage. That's going to put us at 30. Which I think is still good, because then we can start outspeed killing things. Yeah, I think this is still good. Aerial Ace, Draining Kiss. No crit, please. Okay. A little bit higher than expected, and we Quick Attack now. There we go. Next up, Vibrava. That's what we expect. That actually makes sense. I know I said that's surprised sounding, but no. Alright, so what we really got to worry about here is the Breaking Swipes. We can two-shot this thing, and we outspeed. So I think if it goes for Breaking Swipe, let me just double check. What does Breaking Swipe do? Deals damage to all opponents. It lowers the attack of all targets by 1 stage. That would suck, but it's not the end of the world. I think we still stay in for 1 Aerial Ace here. Breaking Swipe. Okay, and it didn't get the attack drop, so we kill it now. There we go. Next up, I think we outspeed and one-shot this Shedinja. I think it has Shadow Sneak, but that's not going to do enough. Let's double check that calculation real quick. What does Shadow Sneak crit look like? 12 plus 6, 18. This thing can do 18 damage, and there is a chance that we miss here because of Bright Powder. Is Bright Powder... Yeah, Bright Powder's the one that makes you miss, right? Yeah. So we could just miss. If we do miss, we've got so many other switch-ins that we're fine, and we can always take one hit from this thing. Alright. So we always just Aerial Ace, which always hits. Shadow Sneak, even crit should kill. Okay, we don't miss. Perfect. Another easy fight. Easy. Mostly easy fight. Alright. Let's head back now. Get healed up, and then we can start moving on. What is up next? I think we've got 1 or 2 fights on the end of Route 104, which we're going to check up on. Yeah. So let's take a second to look at that. Now we've got all healed up. Yeah, I don't know about this fight. This seems, like, weirdly easy. Furfur is pretty good. What does Fur Coat do? To be clear, Furfur isn't actually, like, good, but it's good for this part of the game. Doubles the defense stat? Yeah, okay, that's... expected it did something like that. So, would love to do special attack damage, but its special defense and HP are pretty high. So this thing doesn't have a particular weakness. Besides special type fighting moves, which are not a thing that we have access to. It looks like Furfru isn't going to be doing Covet. What does Covet do? Wait, is Covet going to steal our items? It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Covet permanently steals items in this game. I know that. So we cannot have any items on any of our Pokemon for this fight, because Covet is scary. How are we going to deal with the Mightyena? It's Dark type? These are actually kind of scary. Intimidate 2 is also scary. Alright, you know what? I think now is the perfect time to take a minute and put in all of the correct stats for our Pokemon. That's going to make all of this a lot easier. So. Let's take a second to do that. Alright. Do. Gligar's 25, everybody's 25. Quick Attack, Sand Attack is off of Gligar. What do we have instead of Quick Attack? Instead we had what? Actually, let's just bring up the propers. Unfortunately, this is the only boring part. I'd love if this was fixed, but unfortunately it doesn't work for the thing that I'm using at the moment. Alright. So, we've got Gligar, it's level 25 now, and has Night Slash instead of Fanged Attack. And Bug Bite. There we go. Next up, we've got Amora's level 25. Next up, we've got Choodle is level 17 still, so that's fine. This in. Get rid of both of these because these guys aren't here. So there we go. That's at least these guys put in correctly. Let's do the rest of them. 25. We've got Mega Drain. Sand Tomb, perfect. Alrighty. We've got Flaffy, level 25. With no Cotton Spore. Instead we have, what was it? We've got Thunder Wave. Thunderbolt, and what? What was the other move that we have? It's the super accurate one. No, the one that bypasses accuracy. Which one's that? I don't know, we'll check that in a minute. Skrelp is level 25. There we go, and we took out Acid for Haze. But Krabby's level 25. Took out Leer for Aerial Ace. And Metal Claw for... what did we get instead? Brick Break. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Pidgeotto's still dead. Now everybody's got their correct stats. Is there any... who are we missing? Just the Hitmonchan. Alright. That's fine. Hitmonchan have the correct stats, yeah. Alright. So next, what else do we have? Commercial break. Okay, wait. Where did I put? Okay, it's fine. We'll deal with that later. Now everybody's correct except for Clauncher, who needs to be level 17 or 21 or 25. Words are hard. Wait, no, we don't actually have that. Okay, no, this is correct now for real. Final answer. Alright. So, how do we deal with this? I don't know if that's helped. It looks like Roddle pretty handily walls this Furfrou. It's faster, so we could start getting Headbutt flinched. That sucks, but we've got Mega Drain, which heals half our health back that we're taking every turn. So theoretically, we should outpace the Furfrou, unless we get really unlucky with flinches. Yeah. Alright, is there a way... These things also have leftovers. I'm wondering, is there a way to thief items? I don't think so. But I am gonna check. Real quick. While we're here... Is there any way? No, the only way you can get... Let's see. Items are lost permanently, but also obtained permanently. Something fun and Runabun is that some enemies have amazing items like leftovers, so people plan their fights in a way that they get an opportunity to steal them with a trick. truly is a game. You don't get... The only way to get is to have the opponent use trick. Alright, yeah. So we can do that, but only if it will use it. How does covet work exactly? If the target is already holding... If the target is not holding an item, or the user is already holding, covet cannot steal an item. Even if the user faints... Our wild Pokemon item is still stolen permanently. Covet cannot steal... Yeah. Alright. So yeah. We can steal it, but only if the opponent uses, like, trick or something. Which isn't gonna happen in this run, at least not likely. So we can't steal these leftovers, unfortunately. What we can do is, yeah, like I said, stall... Ooh, I forgot about the leftovers. The leftovers shouldn't outpace our healing, though. So yeah, we just keep Mega Draining. Should do it in about 5. It's probably 6 after leftovers healing. Then Mightyena comes out. How do we deal with the Mightyena? It's gonna come out, it's gonna either Ice Fang or Fire Fang, with a low chance to crunch. And then, how do we come into Ice Fang, Fire Fang? And kill this Mightyena. Fake out. So we come in, we take an Ice Fang. Turn 1, we Fake out. Turn 2, we Mach Punch. And then what? It's gonna covet, so we switch into something else. What can take a covet well? Looks like... Yeah, we just start switching between the rest of our team. What outspeeds? Nothing. So anything's gonna take 2 hits. So Covet, Crunch. Crunch KOs Grelp if we're unlucky. How about Flaffy? Covet... If we're maximum unlucky, Covet Crunch will kill Flaffy. Same with Amora. What Krabby? Krabby can't be crit. And Krabby super deals with this Mightyena. Oh wow, actually Krabby might be a better way to deal with this Mightyena than anything else, because it takes... Yeah, Mightyena comes in and deals with this Mightyena super well. So that's just our answer. Krabby kills the Mightyena. Furfuro gets long tanked by Groddle, and if we need to, we come in on a headbutt with, say, Kadabra to deal the last 36, or Gligar if we need to. Yeah. So we bring Gligar, Tank, Kadabra, Rock Lee, Eugene, Puppy. There we go. So we don't need Skrelp here. And we need Kadabra. And this is our perfect team. Tank out front. Everybody healed up. We've got Choodle as a sacrifice if we need to. And yeah. This should be the next. Let's just double check. This should be on Route 104, the north side. Yeah, so this should be our very first. And then the next one after that will be Rich Boy Winston, and then the twins, which we could skip, theoretically, but then we would only have... No, skipping them is a terrible idea, because then we'd have to fight... use one Pokemon to fight the next one. So it's fine. Yeah, so next we just deal with Rich Boy Winston, and then we'll go deal with Fisherman, Ivan, into the twins, which is a double battle, which is scary, into Lass Haley. Alright. Anyways, all of that is later. At the moment, all we've got to deal with is Rich Boy Winston, which should be a walk in the park. That's not where I wanted to go. Alright, let's go. We're over here also. Is there something we can pick up over here? Ooh, we got Poison Barb. That's huge. I don't know if that lady is a fight, but I don't want to find out. Poison Barb is actually really good, no? I think it is. Isn't Poison Barb one of the held items? Yeah. Yeah, it just raises poison type moves. That's probably not for the next one because we've got Covet coming up. But after the Covet fight, absolutely that's going on in Pokemon. Don't know who yet, but somebody. Alrighty. We need Cut over here. That's fine. Alright. Hi, what are you looking at? Start taking them up fast. Pokemon learn. What do we get? Draws Faint Attack. That's nice. What else do we get? 84 Cherry Berries? Jeez. Jeez Louise. And that's more Oran Berries, looks like. Wow. Every bit of Oran Berry that we could possibly want. And this is... Flower Shop? What's there back here? Oh, this is the north side of 104. Revive? That's not useful. Not a Nuzlocke. What do we got? Do any of you give anything? No, okay, this is old stuff, yeah. Alright. Rich Boy Winston, where are you? Right here. Alright. Battle time. This should be easy. Let's do it. I'm sure it'll be great. Alright. Now let's pull this up to the main one. Rich Boy Winston. Let's go. Plan for the next little while. Actually, because it's going to be so long, I didn't think about this. We should probably Sand Tomb first, huh? And just have you be taking damage every turn. Because this is going to be a while. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We flinch, that sucks. But luckily, Sand Tomb is making up for that. There we go. Yeah, unfortunate so far on that first flinch, but I think we're doing fine. 32. How much is Headbutt doing? We can't be crit, so it doesn't matter. Headbutt, there we go. We can flinch though, that's 2 flinches, that sucks. We're outsped now, and we definitely die, so we have to switch out. What was our plan to, in case we needed to, we could switch out with Kadabra. We can't take 2 headbutts with Kadabra, and it's still too high health. So, I think we switch to Gligar here. Gligar takes, yeah, a headbutt just fine, and then can start outspeeding and dealing good damage. Headbutt, there we go. Another turn of Sand. Okay, Sand Tomb's run out now. So now we just start Aerial Acing, and that does the most damage. There we go. 1, 1. 2. Oh, I don't like how much damage we're taking from Headbutt. What's the chance that Aerial Ace kills here? It does 18 minimum. What's the chance that we die here? We only ever die to a crit. But why would we risk that? What's the downside of switching in Kadabra here to guarantee a kill. Literally nothing, right? Can a headbutt crit kill? I'm so mad that a headbutt crit kills, it looks like exactly. A headbutt perfect roll crit kills Kadabra exactly. I never leveled up forks. So that's not an option. How about... okay. How about Hitmonchan coming in with Fake Out Mach Punch? That's better, I guess. Headbutt, sure. Fake Out, because why not? Free damage. And then we Mach Punch. And we're dead. Okay. Now, what do we have coming in? We've got the Mightyena. The Mightyena should be using Covet here. Every time. And we've got the Intimidate drop. How much is Covet doing? Covet is doing 28, half of which is 14, which is... let's see, 28, 14... So 42. I think we always live here, so we can get one Mach Punch off before we switch out. There we go. Even if that crit, we would have been fine. There we go. Now we do have to switch out. What was our plan? I think Krabby tanks the Covet just fine. Correct? Yeah. And then super kills with Brick Break. Yeah, Covet Crunch never kills. Perfect. There we go. Easy fight. Whew. Good, good, good. Alright, let's get on out of here and get healed up. There we go. Sorry, sneezed again. Managed to turn the mic off that time. Alright. Let's get healed up. And we're making our way through Route 104 at a pretty decent pace so far. Maybe a little slow, but it's fine. Next up is the Fisherman, which should be pretty easy. Let's see. Right away we've got this Quillfish. Which we know can be pretty scary, especially with Intimidate. Black Sludge is very good. Dive, Protect, Toxic. That's a pretty great moveset there. How... okay. Looks like Seadra gets killed pretty hard by Grovel. With 2 Mega Drains always killing. Which is crazy. Aurora Beam can super crit though, so we have to be careful of that. How... Venoshock does a lot. Yeah, too much. Dive does a lot. Don't have anything with Surf, so we can't deal with the dive very well. If we put Poison Barb here, I don't think we're still... yeah, we're still not doing enough damage to justify Skrelp here. Krabby, taking way too much from Venoshock. Kadabra outspeeds and always 2-shots and might 1-shot. We might die to dive. But will it go for Toxic instead? If it doesn't see the kill, will it go for Toxic? Let me see. Yeah, I assume that it's going to act the same as Will-O-Wisp. Target has a physical attacking move. When will it... Poisoning moves. Okay, when will it use it? If the AA cannot KO the player mon, the following checks are applied. Venoshock. Okay, yeah, because it's got Venoshock, it'll try and go for a poison, Toxic, so I think we can actually lead with Forks out front and always kill it. Because it won't see a kill any other way. And if we're wrong, then we can switch into the dive with something useful. And we've got Psy... Actually, no, we always kill here with Psybeam. Miracle Eye. What does Miracle Eye do? Gates evasiveness and dark types immunities. Is that good? Kinesis versus Miracle Eye. Disable is great. Confusion is fine. I think we'll just take Miracle Eye over Confusion, because even though I don't know when it might be useful, Psybeam or Confusion will never be useful henceforth. So I think we're good there. There we go. We got Miracle Eye on this Forks now. That's cool. Alright. So I should put that in real quick. Let me fix that. You have Psybeam. And Miracle Eye. I've genuinely never heard of this move before, but that doesn't really surprise me because it doesn't look good. Psybeam always kills here. Yeah, now. So that's actually great. Yeah. So Psybeam 100% of the time kills, at which point... Yeah, what comes out? Anything that can... Does anything else get destroyed? Ice Body, Lumberry, Sniper, Lumberry. We're outspeeding everything. Okay. So... Kadabra might destroy this whole gym. Not this whole gym, this whole fight. Cause Psybeam... Yeah. Because Psybeam will do just fine against Seadra, and just fine against Celio. I think because neither of these do very well against Kadabra, it'll go in turn order, so we one-shot the Quillfish, and then we have to deal with the Seadra. I think it'll go for Brine here, which we go into with Grottle, and then we just Mega Drain. Because even with Sniper Crit, how much is Sniper Crit going to do exactly? 44 plus another double and a quarter. So a quarter is 11. So 44 plus... Yeah, so 88 plus 11. So it'll do 99% damage on an Aurora Beam Max Roll Crit with Sniper. So if we come in and we take any damage, we're screwed. Will it go for Focus Energy? Focus Energy. If AI has Super Luck Sniper or holding a Scope Lens, or... yeah, so it'll be +7. So I think this is actually going to go for Focus Energy. do we have anything else that can deal with that well? Our Poison Barb out damages the headbutt. But no, I think we just Groddle, come in on Groddle on the focus energy, and then we Razor Leaf just in case we crit or we kill, and we have heightened crit chance, and then afterwards we switch out into Skrelp. Next up, how do we deal with the Celio? Celio looks like will get taken out pretty easily by Fake Out, Mach Punch, Mach Punch. And can't do a whole bunch to us here. How about also, yeah, I think if we bring Krabby and Hitmonchan, we're good against the Celio. So Krabby and Hitmonchan deal with the Celio. I think we get rid of Puppy for Skrelp. And Gligar isn't going to be useful here. So actually, no, we get rid of Gligar, and then we take out Skrelp. Because somehow Flaffy isn't useful here, ever? How is Flaffy not useful here? No, Flaffy's useful. Just slow. I think we bring Flaffy instead of Choodle. Having an extra Mon to just deal with things, I think is going to be important here. Alright. Heal everybody up. Everybody's leveled up. We've got Forks out front. We have the right things on everybody. Not quite. We need Soft Sand on Tank, just cuz. Poison Barb on Myth, just cuz. We need Black Glasses on nobody. Alright. Myth, are you winning? Kind of. Nothing bad has happened. So, effectively, yeah. Also, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. There we go. Wait, did we grab all the Pokemon we needed? Yeah. Yeah. There's a chance that you are back up in this fight. I don't know if we're going to actually end up using Mitts, but if we do, there's a chance. If things go wrong, essentially. You are our out. No, doing well. On break for class right now. How about you? Doing well. Yeah, busy, obviously. Right at finals at the moment. Don't have any for a minute here, but on this weekend and Monday, a whole bunch of finals. But taking a second to take a break after staring at studying for days and days. But yeah, doing pretty well other than that. Nice to take a break from doing all the math to do a whole bunch of extra math. No, but it's been good. There we go. You also came at a good time. We're just about to do another fight, which I think should go very well, but, you know, always a chance that something terrible goes wrong. There we go. That's why I haven't been a game. I know. All of genuinely all of the finals. I've spent so long just, like, studying and going over, like, okay, going over this is how you... Whole bunch of nonsense. It's been good, but, you know, it's been a lot. But no, hopefully excited to be able to do that. I know. Pretty soon here, I probably won't be able to come to game nights as much, because I'll be going back home for the summer, and unfortunately I live in the middle of nowhere and have almost, like, non-functional internet. Which does make it difficult to do VR chat, so we'll have to see about that. But, yeah, unfortunate, but nothing I can do about it. But hopefully I can do once or twice more before I head back home next week. pack up. But yeah, it'll be good. No matter what happens, alright. Download better internet, I wish. That's a good plan, I'll try it. Alright. That aside, should be all ready to do this fight. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What was my plan again? Okay, yeah. I remembered the plan again. Let's go. Well, we're super lucky here that Kadabra comes out and completely destroys this first Pokemon. Intimidate doesn't do anything to us because we're special attacking, and Psybeam always outspeeds in one-shots, which makes this Pokemon very easy to deal with. Next up, we get to do most of our damage with Kadabra. I think it should be Seadra that comes out. Yeah. Right, need to put focus back on class now. If you're still streaming on my return, sounds good. Good luck with class. I'm sure it'll be excellent. I know we've had a lot of people actually have to leave stream and go like do schoolwork or classes and all that, but you know, good luck. It's that time of year. All right, we get one free. No, we get no free attacks because of crits. But we should have a focus energy. Yeah. We Psybeam. Brine. No crit. No crit. That's huge. That makes the Seadra super easy to deal with. That was a risk. I shouldn't have done that, but not punished. Alright, Celio. Can Celio do anything? Aurora Beam crit? What does that look like? 22 plus again. Could be 33 on a crit. So yeah, we come in. It's probably going to use Hail here. That's fine. Because we can just come in. If it uses Hail, yeah. We have Rockly. There we go. Aurora Beam, even better. Never mind. That sucked, but... Okay, Fake Out into Mach Punch. Should do a bunch of damage. There we go. Aurora Beam. How much are we taking from Aurora Beam every turn? 18 plus 9, 25 at max crit. So yeah, we stay in here. Super effective. I think that was a roll. Not guaranteed to kill there, but we got it. Easy fight, not at all to plan, but, you know, that was a, like... I accidentally did a risky play, and it turned out to make this fight a lot easier. That being said, let's head back, because next we gotta deal with a double battle. That's gonna suck to plan for. Alrighty. I think we've got it, though. Because one good aspect of double battles, if you can just outspeed and start killing things, you can do very well in them. Alright. So we've got that. Let's bring back up the calc. And let's start taking a look at this. Alright. So I believe this is a true double. So we can't just target down like one side. We can try and make one side useless. But we can't fully just like deal with it. Alright. So it's gonna lead Deden, Clefairy. Clefairy can't do anything, but it's got Follow Me Helping Hand. That's terrifying. Oh, that's awful. Why would you do that? I think it's just going Electroweb, Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand, Follow Me. That is an evil combo. Honestly, props. That's terrifying, genuinely. Can anything one-shot this thing? It's just fairy type. Do we have any good poison? No, it's just not gonna do enough damage, huh? Alright. Alright, Dazzling Gleam. Alright, how does a Helping Hand work exactly? Is it double damage? Helping Hand. That will increase the damage done by the user's ally this turn by 50%. Okay, so a 50% increase. Okay. So we've got that. So Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam. How can I put Helping Hand in here somewhere? Is there not the ability to do that? Helping Hand. So just always assume we're taking Helping Hands. Boosted Dazzling Gleams. How much damage is that boosting it by? Not that much, but still a sizable amount. Okay. So first we've got Grottle out. Okay, what's actually in the back? Make sure that we don't bring something out that's terrifying. Wow, that Togedemaru is scary, but underleveled. Okay. Yeah, lack of, Alright, Hitmonchan will actually be good here because of Fake Out. Yeah. But otherwise, it looks like Grottle will be very good. Just doing lots of damage over time. Yeah, and also the Abra always dies to Grottle. That's nice. Okay, yeah. Dazzling Gleam will do a fair whack of damage. What has it got? Cheek Pouch, Citrus Berry? So it's gonna keep using Citrus Berry. That sucks. Do we have anything that can deal with this nonsense? No, not really. Ancient Power, Thunder Wave. What about turn 1 we lead these two? Does Fake Out... What is Helping Hand's priority? +5. What is Fake Out's priority? Can it force... Yeah. So it can force Fake Out to go to the... No, wait, that's Helping Hand. Does Fake Out Follow Me? What is Follow Me's priority? Is it just +1, isn't it? +2... So we can still Fake Out the Follow Me's. So Fake Out trumps Follow Me. So we can Fake Out, turn 1, the Deden, which is always good. We can Fake Out Razor Leaf. Fake Out Razor Leaf, and then what? And then Mach Punch Razor Leaf. So that'll be 16 plus 30... 40, so 48 damage turn 1, plus another, what, 13, how much is Dazzling Gleam doing to Kadabra? If it's going for Helping Hand, I think we're fine. To go, yeah, like that, to Psybeam and Razor Leaf the Deden down. Deden down. That's a onomatopoeia. Not onomatopoeia. What is that called? Alliteration. That's what I was thinking of. Probably fine, the audio in the background. I'm gonna save just in case. That scared me just a little bit. It's probably fine. Alright. Genuinely, how are we gonna deal with this to death? What's doing damage to it? Cheek Pouch and Citrus Berry is a real tough combo. Because Cheek Pouch just allows it to, what, eat it again? Stars 33% when it consumes a berry after the effect of the berry. Oh no, it just makes Citrus Berry better. I thought it was like Harvest. That was making me nervous. Alright. So we only have to deal with Citrus Berry once, so it'll just get one full heal while we take out its partner. And then, looks like most things outspeed kill the Abra. So probably be Togedemaru in next against most things. Although it looks like Sand Tomb does a pretty good job here. How does Sand Tomb into Deden do? That just feels very good. Because it'll be Sand Tomb with, what was it, Soft Sand? Yeah. How does Sand Tomb do here? Not as well. Yeah, I think we Grottle, Sand Tomb. What can deal damage to this Clefairy? No, if we turn 1... Okay. Here's a weird out. Turn 1, if we fake out the Clefairy, and then we... After faking out the Clefairy, we Sand Tomb the Deden. That leaves us open to being crit killed, which I don't want. Just need a way to deal with this Deden. Psybeam. Problem is the Psybeam's definitely going to go into the Clefairy if we're not careful. Alright, how does the double battle... Okay, how does this even work? How does Follow Me and the AI work? Helping Hand and Follow Me. AI will not use either of these moves if their partner is also using this move, or if their partner is using a status move. Otherwise, it's +6. So it's a 50-50 shot every turn, whether it will use Helping Hand or Follow Me. That's the worst. So every turn is a 50-50. That sucks. Okay, so we just never know what this Clefairy's gonna do. Luckily, this Abra literally doesn't matter, because everything kills it. But it is fast. But Gligar outspeeds and kills it, so we bring Gligar and we can deal with the Abra. What's less fun is this Togedemaru with Fake Out, Helping Hand, Zing Zap, Iron Head. I think we put Black Glasses on Gligar, which might help at some point. We've also got, what is that, Brick Break that kills the Togedemaru. Are we faster or slower? Alright. Well, we probably want to bait kills in this fight. I know, not right away, but at some point. Because I think we can avoid the Fake Out if it sees a kill. So if we have something tempting in front of the Togedemaru, then we can bait that move and keep using our good moves. Yeah. So, we just need to bait kills from the Togedemaru. We'll probably have Choodle out. That would be great, because then it will always bait a kill with Zing Zap. Yeah. Yeah. fast because it will always see fast kill. I think that's going to be great. Okay, so here's the deal. Right away, we use Groddle Sand Tomb into the Den. Doesn't do as much as I'd like, but does do a fair bit. And it'll do damage over time. We can also fake out the... I think we fake out the Den and just go for the Sand Tomb a few times. Because if it ever goes for Helping Hand, then this Clefairy, we're good. And I think we just damage over time it. And then if we get Sand Tomb on the Clefairy, that's fine too. So I think turn 1... Alright, what does our plan look like? So let's go through this line with Groddle and lead. So we're gonna lead Groddle. So we're gonna lead out with Tank and what did I say? The Rock League. And then turn 1, we're going to Sand Tomb and fake out into Den. The thing that we want to do is, the best thing that we can do here is keep Groddle on the field as long as possible, clicking Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf being great for doing spread damage. We're also... Let's see. So we fake out the Den, so it can't do anything, so we're not scared. Next, this thing either uses Follow Me or Helping Hand. If it uses Helping Hand, this fight becomes much easier, because then we get Sand Tomb. So if Sand Tomb on... Let's check the easy line first. So if we get Sand Tomb on Den, what does our next turn look like? (26 plus 47 plus... Okay, so it'll probably heal back up to full, but that's fine. I think Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand, crit will kill us, but not much else. And then I think Hitmonchan uses our own Helping Hand on Razor Leaf for a turn. This Hitmonchan's actually kind of great. Alright. This is going to be a complicated fight. Okay, so turn 1. We've done that. We've got Soft Sand. So we're doing how much? 47 minimum, 55 maximum, plus Fake Out. Can we... What does Fake Out Bite do? Fake Out... Fake Out will do minimum of 25, maximum of 30. And then we get Sand Tomb. I think if we get... Yeah. And then we get Sand Tomb turns for a couple of turns. Alright, so our lead looks like this. purely for fake out onto the Deden. Then I start checking, do we want to go for Razor Leafs? And then start doing Helping Hand boosted Razor Leafs? I don't think so. Because we're going to be doing 30 and then what? 30 plus 30, or 30 plus 25 is what, 55? So turn 1, this Deden will be, have to use its Citrus Berry, go back up to full, and then we've got a turn of Helping Hand Razor Leaf. We'll probably have killed the Clefairy here. And then we have to worry about Togedemaru coming out. In addition to... Why am I just now seeing that Skrelp kills? Poison Barb? Oh, it's so close. Come on. What's Skrelp's moves? Oh, come on. Alright, well, Skrelp out front to kill the Deden, right? Hoping for an Helping Hand boosted Electro Web? Wait, no, if we lead Skrelp Hitmonchan, we always kill this No, wait, because how much damage do we do if it uses Clefairy goes for Follow Me? Not as much. Alright. But we do... Alright, so here's a weird one. What if we turn 1... fake out the Clefairy, and then go to Mitts with the Poison Barb into the Deden, and if it goes for Follow Me, it doesn't go for Helping Hand, and we're not worried about the Electro Web crit, and if it does go for Helping Hand, and if it went for Follow Me, we're great, and if it went for Helping... No, if it goes for Helping Hand, we want to... Fake Outing won't do anything. So if it goes for Helping Hand, we're still screwed, so we want to fake out the Deden. Turn 1. And then, if it went for Follow Me, then it will go Follow Me, or Fake Out, Follow Me, then the Poison Tail will go into the Jigglypuff, or the Clefairy. After which point, we will have Hitmonchan out, with the ability to, at level 25, with a Silk Scarf, with the ability to KO but not fast KO. So, does it see a kill? Does Deden ever see a kill? No, it'll never see a kill, so it'll either go for Electro Web or Dazzling Gleam. But I think if we Fake Out, doing like... Is Fake Out really doing that much damage? Wow. Okay, so I think if we Fake Out into the Deden, and then... Is Hitmonchan faster? Yeah. And then we Comet Punch the Okay, no. So here's what we do. We fake out the Deden, we Comet Punch, and then we Acid Tail, or whatever, Poison Tail the Deden. Okay. So, this is what we do. So we lead Skrelp and Hitmonchan. We fake out the Deden. And Poison Tail what? If we fake out the Deden, Poison Tail always kills. I think we try and go for the kill on the Deden. Because if we get the kill, then we're golden. And fake out should never put us over, yeah. If it goes for Follow Me instead, the Clefairy. So, let's do the branching paths here. If Clefairy takes the Poison Tail, how much damage does it take again? Poison Barb, Poison Tail into this Clefairy. It'll take 72 to 84. At which point, I think we will have taken no damage, and we'll be fine. I think we can double KO these next two Pokemon. And even better, if Skrelp hasn't taken any damage, then we super bait a Zingzap from Togedemaru, which means we can make it not use Fake Out. This plan is looking great. Alright. So, Skrelp and Hitmonchan, Poison Tail and Deden, Fake Out the Deden. If the Clefairy takes the Poison Tail, what do we do? So let's do this. If the Clefairy takes the Poison Tail, what do we do? What do we do? We have to Poison Tail. The Deden. And Comet Punch the Clefairy. Right? Plus 9. What is a fast kill? What is a fast... What's the plus for a fast kill? If A is faster, or the move has priority, and the AI is slower. So. Damaging moves kills, and the damaging mana's faster, it's an additional plus 6. So it'll never go for Fake Out because it will always see the kill, so for Togedemaru coming out. Alright. So, Comet Punch the Clefairy, knowing that we're safe. The Poison Tail goes to the Deden, we take some damage. How much? How much damage will Deden do? Deden do 73 damage if it's Helping Hand. So that's a lot. But we don't outspeed, and it's fine. It'll let's see, Dazzling Gleam. I think it's a 50-50 shot for whether it goes for Dazzling Gleam or Electro Web. But Electro Web will lower our speed, so I think it'll always go for Electro Web, which is actually way better for us. Because our speed tiers are not going to matter here. Everything's faster. So we always Comet Punch the Clefairy, Poison Tail the Den. We take an Electro Web, not taking much damage, but taking a lot of damage from Skrelp, in which case Togedemaru comes in. But then Fake Out will kill. So we'll have to switch out anyways there. So the Fake Out will be into Skrelp. So we'll switch to, at that point, switching to Grotle, and Grotle should destroy all the rest of the Pokemon. Mostly just with Razor Leaf. And Comet Punch. Yeah, Comet Punch from our guy here will be super good. We could also be taking a Psybeam, which would suck, but we shouldn't be in danger if it's from Electro Web, and then we'll have Grotle out, and we'll just have to switch Hitmonchan out at that point. No, Psybeam will kill from Abra. So if Abra's out, we can't Comet Punch. Or we can't Mach Punch the Abra. So what we'll have to do is we'll switch out the Hitmonchan into something that can tank a Psybeam. What can tank a Psybeam the best? Gligar can tank a Psybeam and then outspeeds and Night Slashes the Abra. That's good. Alright. So, who do we want? We need Mitz, tank, we need Forks and tank in the back, we need Gligar on this team. Eugene is not going to be useful. Aqua Jet honestly isn't that bad. But I think we take too much from everything. Yeah. Flaffy one-shotting and not getting one-shot is good. And Flaffy walling the Togedemaru is good, so I think Flaffy stays. Yeah, Eugene's definitely gotta go. And I think we bring in Gligar. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, let's get all the right items on our Pokemon. Black Glasses on Riz. Okay, what is everybody holding? Oh, I can't see it from the menu. Take, and then give it back. I want you to have the Poison Point. I want you to have the Silk Scarf, because that's gonna matter. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Forks is fine. Tank has the Soft Sand still. Lambert's fine. Tank should come in. Forks. Do we ever need Forks in this fight? I don't think Forks is ever useful in this fight. Yeah, Forks takes too much damage. We need to get Forks off the team. Who do we want instead? Ooh, do we want Eugene for fast for Aquajet? Or do we want Choodle for Death Fodder? I think we bring Choodle for Death Fodder. Alright. I genuinely think we have this. But it's gonna be scary. Alright, let's just double check. Is there any items we can get? I know we can't use items in battle, but... I'm genuinely terrified right now of this fight. This is such a rough one. Double battles are so hard to prepare for. Goodness gracious. Alright. And this one is made to be a double battle. Like, some of the previous ones were, like, possible double battles. Like, you didn't need to fight them as double battles. And they've been hard. This one is made to be a tough double battle for this early in the game. It's genuinely scary. Can you hear it in my voice? I don't want to keep moving forwards, and I keep doing it anyways. I don't want to. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going over the plan for a minute, because I am not mentally prepared for this. Alright. Poison Tail, so let's just go through. So lead Skrelv and Hitmonchan. Poison Tail on Deden, fake out the Deden. If Clefairy takes the Poison Tail, they're both still Poison Tail the Deden. So if Clefairy takes the Poison Tail, they're both still alive. At which point we what? We Poison Tail the Deden, Comet Punch the Clefairy. We're taking a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure it'll be Electro Web because that also has speed control, which means it's a little bit more likely to go. We could get the Unluckiness and have it go for Dazzling Gleam, but that seems unlikely. If it does go for Dazzling Gleam, that's going to be a weird situation. We'll have to check that in just a second. Let's see. What are our other options? So Clefairy takes the Poison Tail to the end, Comet Punch the Clefairy. If the Clefairy is still alive, or the Clefairy, if the Deden takes the Poison Tail and the Fake Out, and it's dead, and Togedemaru comes out, then we're in the most perfect possible position. Because we get to switch out the Skrelv, get a free switch into Grottle, which can tank the Zinc Zap or whatever it is. And then we try and Comet Punch the... Yeah. We'll try and Comet Punch the Togedemaru to kill it. In case it doesn't end up going for... its partner doesn't end up going for Follow Me. Okay, I should write this down. If what? The Den takes the Poison Tail and faints. What do we do? What do we do? Togedemaru comes out. We Mach Punch Togedemaru. And switch Skrelv to Grottle. Alright. At which point, I think we're good there. There's just a real lot of possible things that can happen here. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be useful to put it off any longer. Might as well just do this. There's a chance this all just goes super well. I'd say we're as ready as we're gonna be. This might be the hardest fight yet. Let's do it. Very Mitts and Rock Lee. Okay. So. Poison Tail, the Deden, fake out the Deden. If you've been live for 10 hours, 51 minutes, that is not how long I've been live for, that's how long I have on this attempt. I have been live for 2 hours. That would be genuinely insane. I could not stream for 10 hours. That's just how long we've spent doing this run. That would be genuinely terrifying, though. If I can't imagine doing streaming for 11 hours. My voice would just be a rasp. Alright. Fake out the Deden. Follow me. That's the worst option, but it's fine. Alright. Now we go for the Poison Tail on the Deden again. Always kills, and we go for Comet Punch on the Clefairy, which always kills both of them this turn. Just me about when I thought I could stream for a month. Ooh, I know, people, I can't imagine doing like a, what's it called? Streamathon? It would be impossible. I couldn't do it. It's genuinely too hard. Okay, it goes for Follow Me again. That's good. And it goes for Electro Web. We didn't take as much damage as I thought. No crit is nice. Comet Punch, 1, 2, 3. 3 times isn't a lot, and we Poison Tail into the Clefairy. That's unfortunate. We got a low roll there. That sucks. Alright, what comes out? The Abra. Well, now we have a guaranteed kill into the Deden. How much can this Abra do? I think this Abra sees a kill on Rock Lee, no? Yeah, no, it always sees a kill here. Honored to be fighting alongside Rock Lee, absolutely. I think the Abra always sees a kill onto Rock Lee, so it's gonna go for Rock Lee. So we Poison Tail the Deden, and we switch in to Rock Lee, or to Grottle. Or alternatively, we could switch into we switch into Grottle here, because Grottle can take care of the Abra and tank. Yeah, this is better. Who chose Riz? Oh no! Why would it go for that? Why would it do that? Oh, that sucks. No. It was a crit. You could have survived if it wasn't a crit. Oh. I tried so hard to prepare for this fight. I spent like literally since you left, I've been planning for this fight. And we've had the worst, I checked every line that could happen. We've had the worst possible line so far, and now you are Crow. Oh. In answer to your question for Riz, there was a second where somebody was... There's a clip. I'll bring up the clip in a little bit. Okay. Salvaging time. That sucks. Because you survive everything but a crit. Alright. Well, this should be an easy fight from here on out, I believe. We Night Slash the Abra. which is a kill. How do we deal with this Deden now? Oh, that sucks. The avatar was folding in on itself? I know. Whenever I went all the way down. And the problem is, it's face tracking. I put my hands on my face. Also, I hope you're paying for my funeral. It will be an expensive funeral. I don't know how, but we will make it an expensive funeral. Oh, that sucks. Alright. Well, we Night Slash there. We Sand Tomb the Deden. Yep. Nothing can really deal damage at this point. Or the Deden can't. Yep, Dazzling Gleam doesn't do that much. Sand Tomb. It's going to do a bunch of damage. It'll eat its Citrus Berry. It'll go back to full. Yep. Alright. At this point, we have to switch out Tank. I think they both see a kill. It's probably going to go for a Helping Hand, but it might see a Iron Head kill, the Togedemaru, into Tank. So I think here we double Night Slash, actually, into the Togedemaru to try and kill it, so that we're left just facing the one Pokemon. And then we switch Tank out into something that can tank an Iron Head and a Dazzling Gleam, which should be Flaffy. Gosh, I'm so mad. This fight would be over right now if that crit hadn't happened. I'm so sad about that. And genuinely, there was like 1 out of 4 lines that were even possible for you to get crit, and then a further 1 in, what is it in this game, 24 chance? Or 1 in 16 chance of you getting crit? It says we'll remember this. No. Don't remember this. Oh. Alright. Lambert comes out and should tank everything real easily here. That's just real bad. Fake Out, that's actually perfect. So that we Night Slash, crit, Electro Rev. Perfect, actually. Electro Web is the best thing that could have happened here. So now we just do another Night Slash into the Togedemaru to kill it. And we start killing the Deden. How much damage is the Deden doing here? 52 on Dazzling Gleam. What's the most damage we can do? Thunder Punch? No, Headbutt. Headbutt does the most. Just want myself dying. Do you know how scarring that is? I imagine it's less than ideal. Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam. That's scary. We got double crit for no reason. We didn't even need that. Why do we get crits? It doesn't matter. Dazzling Gleam. Alright, we're fine. It's gonna outspeed and kill both of our Pokemon this turn. So it's gonna go for Dazzling Gleam here. Do we have an out for this? Are we outspeeding? Gligar is outspeeding this Deden, but we can't do any damage. Oh, everything is bad. How much is Dazzling Gleam without Helping Hand doing to Hitmonchan? 46? 30 damage? Alright, so Rock Lee can come in safely, and then Lambert can go to what? How much is Dazzling Gleam doing? Too much. To Grottle. Too much to Grottle. I think we have to sacrifice Puppy here, otherwise we're going to lose an important Pokemon. Alright. Dazzling Gleam. Okay. Puppy live. Why does Puppy live? I don't care about Puppy. Why does Puppy live in this nightmare scenario? Everything is bad. How much does... Puppy doesn't do any damage. Puppy's level 18. Luckily, Fake Out Mach Punch will kill this thing, but... Fake Out, Ice Fang, Comet, or Mach Punch, yeah. Mach Punch, there we go. Crit for no reason. Oh... I'm so mad about that. I can't believe that happened. That sucks. Mitz, you were gonna be so good. Alright. Well, minor silver lining, you do now that your Pokemon is dead have the opportunity to name a new Pokemon if that ever comes up. Oh... Okay. Well, that's a sad moment. It's going to be the very best like no one ever was. In fairness, you were the very best like no one ever was. You saved the rest of the team. Nobody else died. I'm gonna say, like, narratively speaking, your getting crit made the rest of... From the second that you got crit, the fight went perfectly. Better than I could have hoped for. Before you got crit... That was genuinely, you can go back and, like, watch the VOD. I was sat here for a full hour calculating this fight. And I went through, because, like, double battles are so complicated and there's so many moves and lines, I calculated every line in the first few turns there. Past that, it was too much. But in the first few turns, for that encounter, the Clefairy went for Follow Me twice in a row. That's two 50-50s that we lost. Second, we got crit, and we got a low roll on Comet Punch. In addition, so that is generally two 50-50s lost, another low roll on the Comet Punch, and a crit. A high roll crit at that. Because only a high roll crit could kill us, when I checked. So that was not just like a 1 in 16, that was a 1 in 4, 1 in 16, plus whatever the chances of a... What was the other thing? Oh yeah, minimum roll Comet Punches, max roll damage. Which is further, like, I genuinely think that there is less than a 1% chance of that having just happened. As poorly as it did. If the Clefairy had gone for Helping Hand instead, I think we just win. 1,000,000 to 1. 1,000,000 to 1 for the worst possible outcome. And then after that, everything went perfectly. Alright. Unfortunately, Mitch goes to the death box. You will be missed. Well and truly. I will be honest, though. I am gonna take the poison barb from your dead self. I might need that. I don't feel like you need it anymore. Someone Mitz says in my honor, absolutely. You still have that name. You can always choose the Pokemon as it comes up, or if you'd prefer me to choose a Pokemon as it comes up, I can do that too, but if you're not here and you'd prefer, I can have that be reserved for the next good Pokemon that we get. Yeah, that sucks. Wow. Alright, I don't even know what to do now. We can't... Alright. Let's move along. What do we have up next? Last Haley, is this... even on the same route. Can we leave? Will you let us leave? Last Haley is our last encounter on Route 104. Ugh. Okay. I don't even know. How does the rest of this fight look? Okay. Of course this next fight's gonna be stupidly easy, isn't it? Yeah. Flaffy leads into the Luminion. Thunder Punch kills. What kills this thing? Kadabra super kills, comes in. Okay, so if it sees Flaffy, it's going to probably use Sleep Powder. I think if we go into Grottle here, and then we can just bite. Oh, it's got Sludge. I don't really want to tank a Sleep Powder. Okay, let's actually check this. What does the best against Flaffy? It'll be this Nummel, because this Nummel can kill. It is a slow kill, but it deals more damage than it takes. So yeah, the Nummel will come out into Flaffy. And it, yeah. So then, Flaffy is going to, or Nummel is going to use Earth Power, which is a great switch into Gligar, which can then Aerial Ace, Aerial Ace. So we get a free switch, Aerial Ace, Aerial Ace. Okay, let's just put all this down. So, lead Flaffy, Thunder Punch, Minion. Nummel comes out. Switch Nummel into Nummel. To Aerial Ace kill. At which point, what comes out after that? It looks like the Staravia doesn't have a good matchup, but the Gloom has an even worse matchup. So the Staravia is going to come out, at which point we what? So we'll take one Lava Plume. Is Lava Plume the one? Is Lava Plume based on your HP? No. No, it doesn't. So it'll Lava Plume. We Aerial Ace, we win. That's Gligar, and then, yeah, so Gligar should one-shot all the rest of this. So we take 30%, and then we have Gligar out against Staravia, which we, once again, double KO. We get dual Wing Beated once, so we'll have taken 60% damage, never in danger of a crit, and then we kill the Gloom in one shot with Aerial Ace. Okay, so literally just Flaffy and Gligar win this next fight. Alright, got everybody else here as backup. We're gonna take out Kadabra is good here, and who else? I'd say Puppy's fine to leave behind, and we bring Eugene for fast. Priority move, Aqua Jet. Alright. Easy peasy. Let's go do that fight. Since it's like a million times easier than the previous fight, which I'm so mad about. I'm genuinely frustrated about that fight. That's okay. You can just hear the agony. It just comes up every now and again. It'll be fine, though. It'll be fine, but it sucks. But it'll be fine, but it sucks. But it'll be fine. Do we want to put anything on... Can Luminion do anything scary? No. The answer is just no. It's fine. Alright, let's get out of Route 104. That girl's gonna come and fight us, and then we're good to get some encounters. Should I or shouldn't I? What are you talking about? Okay, sure, I will battle. Sure. Yes. We're ready to fight you. This battle's gonna be a million times easier than the previous one. Knock on wood. Now that I said knock on wood, we're actually 100% fine. In this, just like I said, Thunder Punch should be a one-hit KO most of the rolls. There's like the smallest chance that it doesn't. There we go. And crit for no reason. I'll take it. Never forget. Did you clip it? That's hilarious. Nice. It will never be forgotten. Nummel comes out. We have a clean switch to Rizd. Earth Power, and then we double Aerial Ace, kill. Lava Plume, that's fine. That does a lot more damage than I thought it would, but that's okay. Oh! What? No. Why? What? What? No. Why did that happen? Aerial Ace always... 2 shots. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? What? But, like, genuinely, why? I don't understand. Oh! I still had it on doubles. No, that should. I was gonna. No. No. I left that we had Helping Hand on because I was trying to calc that earlier, and I forgot to turn that off, which means that we got minimum rolls both times. And I didn't know it, and so... It has. I'm genuinely... Okay, after this battle, I'm gonna have to... stop, because clearly I'm off my rocker at the moment. Okay, but we have to get through this. Oh, that sucks. Gligar was genuinely, like, carrying this run. Take a breather, absolutely. I just genuinely, like, even outside of, like, I'm playing it up a little bit, but, like, after this, I do genuinely have to take a break, because I am so mad that I forgot that Helping Hand. Like, that's genuinely, like, an understandable mistake. I don't think... Do some squats? Absolutely. We're gonna get through the battle, and then some squats. Okay, how do I outspeed and deal with the Staravia after this? Because Kadabra can come out but can't one-shot. Amora can come out, but we super don't outspeed. What comes on? Outspeeds, and then does well. If Flaffy comes in, outspeeds, and then deals with... And then that'll force the Gloom out. And then we go... What? Okay, so we can... Flaffy into the Nummel. Flaffy kills Nummel, brings Gloom out. Gloom gets one-shot every time by Kadabra, even without the helping hand. But might get put to sleep. But would otherwise be fine. I think we just go for that. And then if the sleep powder goes off, it's gonna go for sludge. What could take a sludge? Genuinely nothing. And then Hitmonchan can take a sludge, and then we can fake out and Comet Punch a few times. No, I think we bring Flaffy out, and then we go to Gloom, and then just hope we keep Flaffy out on Gloom until we're asleep, in which case we can easily switch to Kadabra, because then it won't. Okay. So, Lambert, oh wait. Yeah, Lambert comes out, outspeeds, does just fine against, probably one-shots. Yeah, we'll one-shot the bird, so the bird won't come out. So yeah, we're fine. Headbutt. Easy peasy. Gloom comes out. We hope that it goes for sleep powder. If it doesn't, what do we do? Either way, we headbutt here. Headbutt could even flinch. Sleep powder, it missed. We headbutt again. Until, okay, we flinch. Just for no reason. Magical Leaf. And now we just outspeed and headbutt. Kill. So, now Lambert just wins. Lambert wasn't supposed to win that fight, but sure, we got some luck now. And now Lambert, with the attack drop. Now the thing is, Lambert definitely kills. And we're dead to any crit. But we're not dead to anything else. Alright. I think it's gonna go for quick attack here, because it sees that it's... No, it'll go for dual wing beats, because it sees that that's better. What can we bring in to dual wing beats? The answer? Nothing. Because Gligar's dead. Oh, this is gonna suck for the rest of the run. Wholeheartedly and genuinely. We can come in... Yeah, no, we can't switch anything else in safely, so we have to risk the crit, or something will just die. Yep, Thunder Punch always kills, though. There we go, no crit. Why didn't that kill? What do I have wrong now? Can you give me a break, game? Genuinely, why... Did I choose Thunder Shock? No, I chose Thunder Punch. And also it shouldn't be Thunder Punch, it should be Shockwave. I have genuinely no idea why that didn't work. Now what's wrong? Alright, well we have to switch out. Why didn't that work? Singles? Nothing's wrong. Got a Staravia out. We do have Intimidate, so we're -1 attack. Oh, yeah, the -1 attack. Alright. Well, now we know it's gonna go for Quick Attack. It could go for anything, actually. But I think Rock Lee now can comfortably come in. Is that true? No, we're dead to a high roll dual wing beat. Is the AI more likely here to... think it's a toss-up for what it goes for here. But I think, is there anything that can survive any hit? I don't think there's anything in our whole arsenal that can survive every hit from this thing. Except for Eugene. Eugene does. Because of shell armor. Okay, defense fell, but that's fine because Aqua Jet super kills. Crit for no reason. Sure. Sure. Alright. Oh, we've got that down. We made it to Rustboro. Where we'll get some more encounters here. Here, I think, okay, let's head to the center, heal everybody up, and going to eat, need to recover from the trauma, fun times, take a nice breather after this. I think I'm probably going to end stream after this. If you want to stick around for a second, I'm going to go catch Pokemon. If you want to see, I can double check, or even just before you go, I'll go through the list of possible Pokemon we can catch real quick, and if you see anything that you really want it to be named after, you can have that. Otherwise, like, yeah, we've got Rustboro and 116, I think, at the moment. So, looks mostly like fighting types, or a Hatena. Otherwise, on Rustboro, we've got any of this. If you want to just be named after the next Pokemon, you can do that, or, I don't know, whatever else works. I think we have the ability to rename at any time, so if you ever see a Pokemon that you can come back to and you can just be like, I want that one. That also works. That being said, what should I be looking for here? Got Rustboro encounter. There's all of that. I'll take whatever was most likely to live. Fair. Alright. Noted. In that case, have a good time, Eden. I'm gonna get some encounters and then head out. Au revoir! Absolutely. Rustturf Tunnel. Okay, what do we have next for encounters? Or fights? Bunch of stuff on Route 116. Heidelberg City, we're holding off on. Heidelberg Woods, we got Shroomish, which could be nice. 116 we haven't done yet. And Rustboro City. Let's do Rustboro City, 116. Alright. I don't think there are any fights in Rustboro. How do I get around to that grass? Where's this? This is 15. I think I can... Yeah, I think there might be trainers up there. I'm not going there yet. This is Route 116, so we can get our 116 encounter just fine. There's the gym. Can we just do this right away? Okay, yeah, so we can do Rustboro City Gym right away now. So if we want to, we can leave all of Route 116 till later. Which we might end up doing. Because that'll increase our level cap, yeah. We'll probably leave 116, the fights, till later, just getting our encounter. Yeah. Let's... Okay, how do we actually get over here and get our encounter? How do I get to that those patches of grass? Okay, over here also works. What can we get most of the time? Ground types, so probably don't have Lambert out front. Tank seems like the best thing to keep out front. Because what are our possible encounters? Rockruff, Mudbay, Fampi, Growlithe, Houndour. Okay, we've got a couple. I'd say it's fine to have Tank out front. If we have a water type, we can just switch to Eugene. Or if we get a fire type, we'll switch to Eugene, the water type. Alright. We have to turn off our repellent, though. Alright. Ooh! Togedemaru can actually be pretty good. Steel type, electric type, fake out. It's decent. Especially as far as Pikachu clones go. Alright. Assuming this is the worst Togedemaru ever, which means it's level 14 and has just no IVs. How much damage are we doing? With Grotle. Back, how's it going? Hi, Sia. Everything is bad again. It's not actually that bad. I'm overreacting. We did have 2 deaths. 1 to nonsense, and 2 to a mistake that I had with the calculator. So 2 total deaths. 1, our Skrelp died. Mitz was here to witness it. He had to watch the Skrelp die in real time. It was traumatic. And the second one we lost was... Who did we lose? We lost Rizd. Rizd died, which is a huge loss, due to an error that I had when calculating. Yeah, in a previous fight, I had a double battle, and I had Helping Hand on our team, which increases all of the damage that all of the moves were doing. And I forgot to turn it off, so when I was doing it, I was saying, it always does just enough damage. And then we didn't. And when I checked, we had to get 2 minimum rolls to, even with, like, Helping Hand not on, we had to get 2 minimum rolls in a row to not do damage. It was literally 49.5% damage, or health. And we had to get a minimum, and we had to get both of them in a row to lose. And we did. So, that sucks. Right now, however, we just got a Togedemaru, so everything's kind of better. We made it through Route 104. Yeah. One second. Yeah, so we're gonna catch this Togedemaru real quick. Looking at it, I think we kill with everything but Mega Drain, so we just Mega Drain it once and then capture it. That was just rude. There we go. Okay, a little bit of damage, and then just start throwing Pokeballs. Hopefully it gets captured real quick. Nuzzle, that's fine. Yeah, paralyzed, sure. Sure. Spin Needle, sure. Alright. Pokeball. Come on. There we go. Nickname to the captured Togedemaru? Yes. There you go, I know. I know Mitz just left. You guys, like, traded off spots almost immediately. But Mitz's is gonna have the next Pokemon that I think is going to live. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's Togedemaru. Togedemaru has too many weaknesses, and is just not that great overall. So I think we're gonna save Mitz's name for a different Pokemon. That being said, what do we want to name this Togedemaru? It's another Pikachu clone, Steel one at this time, which is kind of interesting. Huh. I don't really have any names off the top of my head for it, but... what are we gonna call this thing? Could just go for Togekiss, which is funny, because it's just the wrong Pokemon again, and they're so close anyways. That's kind of funny. Is there anything better I can come up with? Racking my brain. Oh, other thing I forgot to say, we caught Shroomish, and we actually are at the level cap for it to be a Breloom whenever we want. So we've got a fast Spore user if we ever need it, which is nice. I think Breloom's the fastest Spore user. Yeah. Only problem is that it doesn't learn Spore. It already knew Spore previously. So the only way for it to relearn Spore is to use a Heart Scale, which are dotted around the map, to reteach it one of its moves. Which is, again, that's a thing to use up, maybe. That being said, Togedemaru, what do we want to name this thing? Nuzzle's really good. I think just Togekiss. I like Togekiss. I can't think of anything better, unless anybody in chat has something real funny, real quick. Here, I'll put... that works, yeah. Put it in big format. Not fantastic, but decent. There we go, we got a Togekiss. Oh, and I forgot to grab the berries over here. A bunch of Pecha berries, nice. And lava berries, perfect. Lava berries are actually super useful in between battles. Because there's not a good way to do that otherwise. Okay, let's heal everybody up and then go get our Route 116 encounter. The other thing is, for next time, which I'm not sure exactly when it will be. I probably won't do it tomorrow because I think I've got something, but we'll see about this weekend. Again, with finals and everything, it might not happen, but I might be able to do Saturday night. We'll see. Depends on how much I feel like I need to study at that point, but... we don't actually have anything else to do besides getting a quick encounter in 116 over here. Before the gym battle. So we just are gonna, next time, go straight into gym battle. I'm just catching encounters to go into that now. Let's just bring up quick what we can get here. Nothing great. I think Muna would be fine. Hatena would be genuinely very good. The Nidorans are fine. We lost Mitz, so having a poison type wouldn't be terrible. Yanma could be good. Speed boost late in the game on a bug type could be decent. But I'd mostly like a Makihita as long as it had guts. If the Makihita doesn't have guts, then it sucks. Otherwise, the Hatena. Zigzagoon, Galarian Zigzagoon isn't that good, but, you know, we'll see. Knock on wood, hopefully we get a good encounter here, huh? Please? We've had bad luck today. That's what I feel about that. Alright. Let's catch this thing. How much damage do we do to it? Mana at level, what was it, 14? I think we kill it with just about anything if we crit, so we just have to throw Pokeballs at this thing. Lucky Chant? It's cute, but yeah, probably just a whatever encounter, yeah. Honestly, just filling up the box with some death fodder every now and again isn't terrible, and there might be a weird niche scenario where we use it. You know, not impossible. I'll have to check its moveset, like what the changed moveset for this game is after this. Because maybe it's got like some secret move or something that it learns. That's real weird. I'll do that right now, actually. Muna. Get anything cool? Dark Void? Isn't Dark Void like the banned move and everything? Oh, yeah. Dark Void is crazy. It doesn't learn it till level 60. So, But Dark Void is absolutely crazy that they gave it, like, banned and never supposed to be usable in competitive, and then it shortly was, and it was the best move in the format on, what's the sketch Pokemon? What am I thinking of? You know what the Pokemon that can learn any move. Why am I blanking on the name here? I'm blank, yeah. I'm looking it up. Sketch is Smeargle. Smeargle. There we go. Alright. Okay, well, sorry, I should check the rest of its moves. I just saw Dark Void and was like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna check move changes real quick to see if Dark Void is the bad version of Dark Void or the good version of Dark Void. Covet Dark Void. Dark Void is 80% accurate. Alright, that's pretty good, though. I was gonna say, 50% was too much of a nerf to that move. I know it's great, but I think 80% is fair. So this is the post-nerf, but with a buff somewhere in between. It's it's versions. And it evolves by Moonstone, so we can actually get an early Pokemon of something for, like, an early evolution, which could be good. And it gets Dazzling Gleam. Looks like and Moonlight. Alright, it looks like they gave it some good moves. What do we want to call Mona, though? Something to do. It's a Dream Eater Pokemon. Right? There's gotta be... My immediate thought is something to do with, like, a Dream Catcher, like, just Catcher in general. For Dream Catcher, because Dream Catcher isn't gonna fit. Is there another word for a Dream Catcher? Wait a second. I'm looking up obscure. Here, I'm just gonna bring up the Wikipedia page. Wait 1 second, let me get this out of the way. Colquitzia is history. Does it wait? For some reason it was saying that this was a synonym for Dreamcatcher, but it doesn't appear to be. That doesn't help. That's not... I need synonyms for... Alright. Then Kirby? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good job. Kirby, I think Kirby's a good one. Is there anybody else that in the Kirby franchise that would rather be a Dream Eater? Or I feel like Kirby just eating in general. That Kirby... I don't know Kirby lore too much. I usually am pretty good about having a wide berth of knowledge for random things, but Kirby is fully... I need to play those. I genuinely think... Oh, what's his name? Who? Kirby's also pink, right? Yeah, I think Kirby's just the best one here. Sakurai. Sakurai is the one who made Kirby. And Smash. That's who I was blanking on. Right, now we've got Kirby. Well, that's everything we can do. Doing Route 116 before we get our level cap increase is dangerous. And I don't particularly feel like doing Route 115 at the moment. Let's double check that real quick before I definitively say that. 115, real late in the game we can get some good Pokemon from it. Right now, we can get, like, another bad water encounter, which just doesn't seem worth it. Like, most certainly, we're gonna get a Clamp Pearl, because we've got every other good encounter here, except for, like, a Shelter. And Clamp Pearl is not good. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold off on the 115 encounter, just because the 115 encounter isn't good. Petalburg City, we decided not to get. We got a Muna. And from Rustboro, we've got Togedemaru. Wait. Yeah, Rustboro can get a Togedemaru. For some reason, it wasn't showing up as a viable encounter to get here. Alright. So we've got that, Next time, we're gonna have to start dealing with Roxanne, the ground-type gym leader. I think we'll have a pretty good time of it. I'll be honest. We're just gonna take a quick look at it. Oh, this is in the way again. There we go. It's another scary fight. I don't know how it got this Aurorus. We don't have an Aurorus. Yeah. Solrock, Lunatone are gonna be scary between stored power. Gosh, that's a weakness policy. When the holder is hit by a super effective move, its attack and special attack raised by 2 stages. Oof. Weakness policy, stored power, ancient power on this Lunatone is wildly scary. Solrock, also pretty terrifying. Stomping Tantrum, Rock Slide, Psycho Cut, Morning Sun. I don't know if there's any weather. I'll have to check if there's, like, weather in Roxanne's gym. I don't think so. Rindoberry. So the Caracosta can touch grass. But even then it might take some damage. We should hit it with a special. Its defense is through the roof, so if we hit it with, like, a Mega Drain, this Caracosta might just super die to our starter. Honestly, our starter is probably going to do pretty great here. I think we can probably fake out Mach Punch this Bisharp with who am I thinking of? Hitmonchan. The Zygarde is scary. Soft Sand, 1,000 Arrows. Grounds the target, hits even flying type or levitating. That's 1,000 Arrows is unfair. You can't just do a ground type move that also hits the one thing that you're supposed to be able to resist with a ground type. And Extreme Speed, Dragon Claw. What nonsense is this? Okay, most of this fight looks doable. This Lunatone is scary, but the problem is it's a not actually. I know it would be a cracked unknown. I don't know why they have the missing, like they don't have the full sprite for Zygarde. Yeah, it's supposed to be Zygarde. They just use the unknown for when there's a missing sprite from the website. Wonder why that is. I don't know. Either way, terrifying to have to deal with that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully. And then after that, we get more encounters. We'll get to make our way to Chell. Should be another level cap down. Yeah. Alright, though. I think I'm going to call it a night here, though. We made it all the way here. I'm going to heal everybody up and save, but yeah, I think we made genuine good progress. And I think next time we'll hopefully be able to get through the whole gym. That's a big if, but I think if we stream, we're still at the point where that's a possibility. So when's next time? Not entirely sure. There's a possibility that it happens tomorrow night, but I think that I'm gonna be busy. I think that Saturday night I should have time, because I've got Friday night, because on that Saturday I've got an exam, finals, which yeah, so that's gonna be rough, but that'll be fine. I'll do the final on Saturday, and then I think Saturday night I'll be able to stream. Yeah. Because then I'll have a full day on Sunday to study for the next final, and the next final should be much easier. Yeah, so that'll be easy, so probably Saturday night. And then after that, I'll be heading back home Monday? Or Tuesday. So I won't be able to stream much next week, and then I'll be back home. So I'll try and stream when I'm back home. We'll have to see how that works out, how the internet will play nice. Because the internet is not great back home, but either way, I'll still be able to catch your streams every now and again. Nice hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I hope very much that you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I will catch you all next time. Bye!